How y'all doing? Y'all good? So I had this message on my mind, and I honestly feel like I need to share it. Y'all know how I am. I'm always okay. I was just on. I think it was just YouTube, and I was looking at a short, and I don't know. Maybe y'all probably seen it too, but a kid was getting disciplined. Like he was getting his hair cut off, and of course I'm wondering why, right? So I go into the comments, and I see the main reason why was because he was laughing at a kid that had cancer, right? And I just feel like his message is it makes so much sense to discipline your kids, and honestly, I'm gonna say this through my eyes and why I feel that the way that I feel, you know what I'm saying? um I don't know. I just honestly, it's just something came over me looking at that video, and it was just like, wow, if his parents hadn't have did that, like showed him, you don't need to be talking about nobody. I honestly feel like karma would have came upon them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm starting to look at it like that. Like, if you don't discipline, and that goes from when you don't discipline your kids, and your kids know that you are their parents, mom or dad, guardian, whatever. If they see that and they see other kids getting disciplined and they ain't getting it, they take advantage. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly feel that you have to discipline your kids, because I mean it makes sense, don't it? Like, it's teaching them the right way and the wrong way, the fundamentals of life, discipline, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to this karma, like, I really just felt like just imagine if they wouldn't have done that. Like, what if they would have messed around and something could have happened to them, something could have happened to the little boy, all because they didn't discipline him, you know? And I just feel like I needed to have this message, like, not just for the collective, but for me too. And I just wanted to share it, like, discipline your kids, you know what I'm saying? To the point where you know in your heart that it's the right thing for yourself and for your kids in the long run. People be like, oh, we don't spank our kids, we don't do it. It ain't got to be none of that, you know what I'm saying? But knowing that your child knows right from wrong, because if they grow up, they're already going to disrespect you, you know what I'm saying? But do you want them to grow up and disrespect society as well? It's like, do you want them to grow up and not have the manners that they're supposed to have? Because all honesty, that karma's gonna come right back on you. They're not gonna respect you. They're not gonna respect society. And as a parent, I know it shouldn't matter, but I always look at it as, I don't like my child to embarrass me. You know what I'm saying? And that comes from me. Like, if I don't do right or discipline her the way that she needs to be, to me, that's embarrassment. Like, because, baby, why are you doing all that? Like, I didn't raise you right. You know what I'm saying? Why you act like you ain't got no manners and stuff? I don't like that. You feel? I can't stand a disrespectful ass kid. That drives me crazy, because it has you go back to the parents. Like, if they kids is acting like that, are they getting the love? Are they getting affection? Is something going on in the household that we don't know about? You know what I'm saying? I'm just, and ugh. Woo! But I just wanted to come on here and just say that, like, discipline your kids or fucking karma will. You feel what I'm saying? Discipline your kids or karma will. For real, for real. And karma's gonna come for you and your kids. And honestly, that goes back to generational curses. This is probably where this comes from. Because it makes sense if your parents, or I'm sorry, if your parents' didn't discipline them, or, I'm in a generation of everybody wanting to be woke to society, woke to, the fakeness of the world, and knowing that a lot of things is illusions and we living in the matrix. If they don't know to break certain things within this matrix, your kids is going to grow up in this matrix. You feel what I'm saying? It's best to get your kids, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying woke or whatever, but you know what the fuck I be. Like, I don't know how to communicate it. But I honestly look at it as, it starts with you. Like, it has to start with you. The man in the mirror, the woman in the mirror. Y'all know I'm always talking about it. Because if you don't discipline them the right way, karma's gonna come for you, and karma's gonna come for your fucking kids. And I feel like that's generate, but it's back to, if you don't know, you won't grow. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably like our parents probably didn't know what was gonna come when it came to who we are. You know what I'm saying? But especially if you know that it ain't right. If you know that it ain't right what your kid is doing, Discipline them while they still young. Discipline them and let them know what's right from wrong. Because I'm telling you, if you don't do it, somebody the fuck else will. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody else will, or karma is. The universe is. That's God. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it just makes sense. Hey, I just want to come on here and share that. Y'all know how I am. I'm always, and that just sat with me like, wow, that makes so much sense. Like, just imagine if they wouldn't have disciplined him. If they wouldn't have showed him, like, that's not right to do that to other kids. And it has me thinking, like, even the smallest things. Like, my baby's 5, you know what I'm saying? Even teaching her to say, not even yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, but just the formal word of what's respectful. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know our parents, they taught us yes, ma'am, no, sir, yes, sir. You know, we all know that sounds like some massa-ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. But we can break that. As long as we know that our kids is respectful towards us and towards society, that is what we want. That is how things are supposed to be. But if you allow your kid to do and say whatever they want towards you and towards everybody else, baby, your kid is going to grow up. Like, why am I hearing like a Jeffrey Dahmer? We don't want the kid to be like that, but I'm just saying. That's what, have y'all ever seen that? Like on Netflix, the Jeffrey Dahmer thing? I don't even know if I'm saying his name now. I'm probably not. But I just remember, I remember hearing his name as a little kid. I remember hearing his name in songs and in movies and stuff like that. But to grow up and to know what that boy did or that man did to all of these people, you had to go back and look at his childhood, right? You had to go back and look at his childhood. He was not receiving the love and the affection and the nurturing that he was as a kid like he was supposed to. Not saying what he did and how he grew up was that right. Hell no. None of that shit was right. But I just feel like that's a prime example. Like, if y'all have not seen that and y'all always question about that man and y'all didn't know like what happened, go back and look at the documentaries and check out his childhood, because I'm telling you, it starts from home. It does. So that's all I need to come on here and say. You know, I'll be back with some readings later on, but I love y'all. Continue to keep evolving on your cycles with yourself and your kids at the end of the day, because it's not easy. And if, like I say, if you don't discipline them, somebody else will, or motherfucker karma will. And when karma comes in discipline, baby, karma don't have eyeballs. Karma is our daddy, your mama, your sister, your brother, everybody. You feel me? Be careful. That's all I'm saying.